Blame the technician. But good morning, Savannah. Good morning, Low Country. It's the coach, and it's the AD, all on the...
We're on the Coach Core Sports Network, located live at Standard Sports Universe, and talking about sports this morning. Our guy we got the big screen up. Johnny Harrison's already here. He's in his pajamas, but he's already here. Got TVs going. But who are we watching this morning, man?
We're watching Mikey Carter. Sorry, Mikey. Michael Carter, former Benedictine cadet, Georgia Tech junior, majoring in business, and he's a professional race car driver in the Miata Cup Series.
He's doing great right now. He's in second overall. He's been we've been watching a little bit. He's been training first and second place, going back and forth. So, man, that Coach's Corner logo looks good on front of that car.
Oh, it's right on the hood. You know, that big Coach's Corner logo, just like the one that's right behind us. And don't forget our other show, Rubbin' and Grubbin', with Brandon, the Atlanta Man Bain. I love that. Atlanta Man Bain. I mean, so he's going solo. Dan Foles started his own business. He's floating boats on the water. How do you go from race car driving? Oh, no, sorry, he was a helicopter pilot. He wasn't a race car driver. But Dan Foles, great guy, started his own business, and you know that comes first. So,
awesome.
So right now, Brandon, the Atlanta Man Baines, is going solo on Wednesday night. Okay, let's get this straight. You can listen to us on your phone. You can listen to us on your computer. You can listen to us on the internets. Okay, as we say in New York, the internet's not the internet. Okay, but anyway, we're all over the place. Karl DeMasi Facebook page, Coach's Corner Facebook page, Twitter at KD Sports Report, and of course, YouTube channel. Sign up for our YouTube channel. Okay, we're all over the place, and we're all part of the Coach Sports Network. 5 shows Wednesday night, 6:00. Okay, it's the Brandon Atlanta Man Bain doing rubbing and grubbing. He rubs about cars and he grubs fruit off of John Henderson. Okay, does a great job. I mean, the kid, I still call him a kid.
He's an encyclopedia.
I mean, he's an encyclopedia.
It's unbelievable, NASCAR.
I mean, he's got a plethora of knowledge. Okay,
nice.
SAT. You know, trying to be a little facetious. Oh, there's another one.
All right, that's a good one. All right, so plethora. What movie is that used in that?
I didn't learn it as a movie. I learned it in English class way back when I was a junior in English.
They used it in a movie. It's pretty funny. Three Amigos, Chevy Chase.
Okay, and of course, my English teacher, Martin Severino, rest his soul. Okay, I mean, these people touch your lives. Teachers and coaches touch your life. Okay,
got it, man.
So I'm not trying to be facetious here. Another SAT word. So you know, we are teachers too. You know, but people look at us as a coach and an AD, or an AD and a coach, or a coach and AD. But we're teachers first.
We had to get a degree somewhere.
We had to go somewhere. So, but anyway. All right, then we're usually following you at 7:00, and we want to get this off our chest. He's an athletic director. He's a coach. I'm an athletic director.
Insane.
I'm not coaching. I coach basketball, just one sport a year. This man does everything. It's been insane. So Wednesday nights, the state playoffs have been falling on Wednesday nights. So that's why we haven't been here next Wednesday night. Islands High School hosting a first-round baseball game. Where is the AD and the coach going to be? Really, the coach. He's the AD. But where's the coach going to be? He's going to be at Islands High School, being the game manager for the state playoff game. Yep. So, we're not doing this on purpose. We're very busy guys, okay?
Especially springtime. Right. Springtime is more insane than people can ever realize, especially as you get state playoff times with the dates and everything.
So we'll be back. We'll be back, okay? So then on Saturday mornings, right here, Saturday Morning Live from the center of the universe, as Brandon Atlanta Man Bain would say, but we say the sports universe. Okay, we're here at Coach's Corner 9 until whenever, all right? And we got a great show lined up today for you, so we'll get to that. And then we have 2 podcasts, okay? Hot Grids Podcast. Spencer Maddox, Travis Jadon. I like it. You got a Calvary boy and a Savannah Country Day boy going together doing this. Great. Listen to them. They're blowing up the Hawks right now. They're blowing up the Hawks. Representing today, Travis. Repping. Okay. I enjoyed watching them, but you know what? I really enjoyed the other night when the Knicks beat them. But I didn't enjoy Trey Young getting hurt. We'll talk about that. No. Okay, my boyhood. I love the Knicks. Okay, I grew up with Willis Reed and Walt Frazier and Dave DeBusschere. Okay, we'll go later on. And Bill Bradley, who became a senator. But we'll go on. Red Holzman. All right, back to the show. Okay, and then the other podcast is Who's on First Base? Baseball podcast with the coach, Karl DeMasi, and the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson. So that's the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Tune in. You'll enjoy it. We're having a lot of fun. The AD, the coach. The AD, the coach. So we'll just switch roles every now and then, and you got to love it. Today's show, we're going to talk with the man himself. Now, we couldn't get in the last part of the show last week. Robbie Ross, okay? I mean, the man's been a sports announcer, a broadcaster. I mean, he's done everything. Well, he's the voice of Georgia Southern football in that prettiest little stadium in the world, Paulson, was it AE Paulson Stadium?
Yes.
Okay, for the Georgia Southern Eagles. So he's going to come on at 9:15. He got pulled off the road, and he had to be his son's Little League opening day announcer.
Oh, what better way? I mean, what
better way?
Awesome.
I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So we'll have him on at 9:15. Then we got our athlete of the week, Mia Vassar from South Effingham High School, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Love you, Bart. Love you, Lisa, for supporting this since 2010. That's right. He's been with me, and she's been with me since 2010. And this is what it's all about. She's a senior tennis player, South Effingham High School, going on to college, academic scholarship, but she'll be playing tennis at Piedmont College.
Nice.
I mean, great girl. I think she lost 3 matches all year long. So we're going to have her on. Mia Vassar. I didn't know it. Her brother plays right tackle or plays tackle for the Savannah State Tigers.
Nice, man.
And I heard he walked on, and this kid's been having a phenomenal spring, or 512 days since they last
You
played.
got a little inside scoop.
No, I don't know. That's the real Coach DeMasi. I'm just
the
Coach DeMasi at Savannah State. I'm second to the real Coach DeMasi now. And then, of course, the big guy. He's going to come on talking all sports. He's going to talk about USCB going to the Peach Belt.
Yeah,
he was there roaming the sidelines last night. Georgia Southern Blue White game. So we'll have the big guy on probably about 9:50. All right. So we're at right now 9:07. So we got about 6 minutes till we got to get out of here. We take 3 steps in the door, even though we're in the door now already. Okay. First step, high school. Second step, college. Third step, pros. Let's kick it off with high school. I don't think we're going to get to much because this high school segment's going to be big. Go ahead, go.
All right, so we got baseball rankings. We always start out with some rankings here. Baseball, Benedictine, number 2. All right, up number 2, 25-4.
In an uncommon season.
Man, they are rolling. Then Savannah Christian is hot as anybody there is in the state of Georgia.
Typo. Make sure you read the second part.
17-game win streak.
17-game win streak, not 15.
Yeah, 17-game win streak. They are hot as 24-6. They'll be one seed starting state playoffs, so hosting that Carl Carter Field. All right, BC Lacrosse 9-3, 4-0.
Region champion. They beat Richmond Hill the other night, Wednesday night. I think 11-3 or something. But BC Lacrosse is unbelievable. So it's where it all started. Dick McAllister started the program in honor of his son, Ricky McAllister. No, his son was still there. His son was there when he started it. Ricky McAllister. We got the Ricky McAllister Fund. Go help that out, too. They support teaching kids about driving. So, once again, I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, you're into this heavily now because your son Hayes loves the game.
Oh man, yeah, we're leaving today to go to Atlanta.
All right, before we go on, isn't it the fastest game on 2 feet?
It is the fastest game on 2 feet. I mean,
now you and I would do with it. We would do good coaching this together because it's got the fundamentals of soccer and it's got the fundamentals of basketball. And we're carrying a stick and we're hitting each other. No, I'm only joking.
Great. Hey, girls soccer St. Vincent's had a great opening state playoffs. They are actually, I think, in your sport, I think they're up number 5.
They moved up to number 5?
I think moved up to number 5 this week.
You know, there's so many rankings.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
You got Max Preps, you got Eurosport. We're discussing this before, a little pregame meeting here. And, and now Georgia High School. Okay, Georgia High School is going to make it mandatory that coaches put their roster on and put their schedule on. There's always been that threat. If you didn't put your score up, you'd get fined $250. It's never happened. Well, they got to do it now.
Yep,
because social media and recruiting, you don't have to put your stats up there. Some of us are like me, old school. I don't want my stats public. But you know what? They're going to find out anyway.
Yep.
But that's been the biggest problem with a lot of these. I got to stop talking my hands.
And now, the biggest thing is for people in the media, hey, they can go to one source and get everything they need.
But that's the way it should be. But some coaches are so stuck in their ways. I mean, all right, that's another soapbox.
Here we go. Savannah Country Day boys still in the top 10. They won their first. We'll get to them in a minute.
Right.
Scoreboard, girls soccer, Islands rolls over Shaw 11-1. Westfield knocks off St. Andrews 2-1. Girls, that is. Boys, Islands once again in the Shark Tank over there. Tear up Hardaway 8-0. South Effingham, big win over Heritage 5-0.
Come on, get that little Italian in. 8-0.
8-0.
There you go.
I thought that was Southern to say nothing.
No, it's a New York thing. 8-0.
All right, got you.
Bada bing, bada boom. Go ahead.
Lakeside, man, that's a big win over Richmond Hill. First round state playoffs there. BC big over Troop 7-0, and St. Andrews on the island 8-0 over Westfield.
This is the best kept secret in Savannah. St. Andrews boys soccer. Well, coach, they play over Geezer and they play all these others. They're undefeated. They haven't lost a game. I don't care whether they didn't play Calvary or Islands. You know what? They don't have to play those schools, but they're undefeated and they get no love. St. Andrew Lions, undefeated in boys soccer.
Give me some love right there.
I'm trying to distract you, but you're too serious
you're
this morning.
Good, man.
Let's go.
Hey, keep on going. Baseball here. Country Day, Jenkins.
Oh, I didn't get a score. I text my good buddy Seth Gaspin. Haven't heard back from my buddy Seth Gaspin yet. So
So FPD out of Hinesville beats Memorial Day 15-5. Over at Grayson Stadium, Calvary 3-2 over Tatnall and 4-0 in the second game. South Effingham, congratulations, you're region champions. Big 1-0 win. That had to be a dogfight last night. You listened to the game.
Low Country Radio, my man Charlie Moon and Tim Mahan did a great job while I was keeping the scoreboard at the Islands High School playoff games. Of course, you know me. I'm a fanatic. I had my earpiece in and I was listening to the Low Country Radio, who's the home of the Richmond Hill Wildcats athletic department. Great job, 1-0. I mean, it was a great pitching duel.
Oh, had to be.
And the kid, Johnson from South Effingham, is only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Held Richmond Hill to no runs. Finley, the kid that's going to Georgia, he pitched a great game. One mistake cost them the game, but hey, that's why we played a game.
Yep. And so Effingham 12-2 over Brunswick. McIntosh big win over Brown County 8-3. All right, and then we'll let you take all the tennis stuff.
All right, we're going to just finish high school here, and then our next guest is waiting, so we get him on at 9:15. So we just finished the high school stuff. Savannah tennis, okay? Island boys and Islands girls, Elite Eight, first time in school history. Kelly Jeffries, great job, Sharks. Fins up.
Sharks, man.
Benedictine, they went at it all year. Benedictine and Islands, okay? And they get to host Madison County because Madison County was a 3 seed. Benedictine's the 2 seed, right? So they have to come here.
Yep.
All right? Soccer, Sweet 16. South Effingham takes on Valdosta in boys soccer. Time and date will be announced. I'll get it to you, okay? I know who they're playing. Islands is playing Cairo or Caro? Cairo, Egypt. Caro, Egypt.
Cairo.
The syrup makers. I know who they are.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into that story because that's the first place I went to when I coached football in Savannah. All right. Islands girls takes on Bainbridge, okay? New Hampstead girls, big win. First playoff win for the New Hampstead girls. Yeah. They go into the Sweet 16. They're taking on Troup County. Not Troup County. I forgot who they're taking. I messed up. Typo.
That's all right.
And then Benedictine, they're taking on. I think they're taking on Troup County.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So, no, they beat Troup County. So I don't know who they're playing. Okay. All right. I rushed through this. I'm sorry. Okay. 3A. Windsor Forest takes on Pierce County. Savannah Arts Academy takes on Long County. All right. In private, St. Vincent's takes on takes on Stratford Academy, and Savannah Country Day boys take on Trinity Christian. Baseball schedule today. This is the last thing we got today. Islands at Savannah Country Day at 11 p.m. Vidalia at Calvary has been PPD'd. You see the weather report. Islands is not going to play Country Day. Bullock Academy is supposed to come play St. Andrews. Not going to happen. And in soccer, Frederica Academy is supposed to come up play St. Andrews boys and girls. But that's not going to happen, okay? City Golf Championship. Benedictine, St. Vincent's, they're the champions. Back after a 2-year hiatus, this Savannah City High School Championship goes back to the 2 people that won it back in 2019, or the 2 teams, okay, St. Vincent's and Calvary. We'll get to the specifics later on. Let's get out of here. You're listening to the Coach and the AD right here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of
Coach Corner Sports Network, live here at Center Sports Universe.
And one more time, we're going to go out to Paulson Stadium to talk to the man, the voice of Paulson Stadium, Robbie Ross, about what happened last night, what happened at the blue-white game. I heard it was a great game. There was a good crowd there. He was supposed to come on this morning and tell us what's going to happen tonight, but it happened last night. So we'll get to Robbie Ross in 3 minutes. Just let me get to, because we got to thank our sponsors. We can't do this without our sponsors.
Without doubt.
3 minutes, Robbie. We'll be right back.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington
New York.
Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Okay, there we go. Welcome back to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Port, right here from the Center of
Center Sports Universe.
Center Sports Universe. I know, I'm
good.
rushing. I don't have my mouse on one computer, and I'm not very good with not using a mouse pad. So once again, that's why we were muted when we came back on. But anyway, you got to love it. It's live internets. Okay, it's on the internet. It's on the worldwide web, wherever it may be. But anyway, welcome back. All right, we talked about Savannah State last week. We had head coach Sean Quinn come on, talk about their schedule, and that was their. They never had a spring game. Yeah. They played 2 spring contests.
Mini spring season.
Right. So we had Georgia last week. Demetrius Robinson had a big game, touchdown.
Big game.
So he's got to step up this year for the Bulldogs because their wide receivers core is hurting. And it was supposed to happen today, the legendary Georgia Southern Blue-White game, but due to the storm that's coming in, I mean, what happened to the days of the Yugo Bowl? Robbie Ross, what happened to the days of the Yugo Bowl? Why can't we play in bad weather? But anyway, this guy was there last night. He's the voice of the AE Paulson Stadium, prettiest little stadium in the world, coined by Eric Russell. Does a great job. And he's on one more time. He's not going to be talking Little League Baseball. He's going to be talking Georgia Southern football. Joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself. One more time, and that's another Eagle first down, Robbie Ross. Can I fill in for you sometime?
Yeah, you could have last night because I wasn't there, actually. I had a prior commitment as the PA announcer at Conference Carolina's softball tournament on Thursday and Friday up in Spartanburg. And I got the call Thursday night that they were moving it to Friday night, last night, and I couldn't bail on my commitment that I had made. I was going to leave this morning from Spartanburg, do the first 2 days of that tournament, leave to go to Statesboro, but once they changed it to last night, I couldn't leave them in a lurch by leaving yesterday afternoon to get down to Statesboro. So now I'm driving home with nothing to do on Saturday now. So they had a fill-in for the Saturday and Sunday at the Conference Carolinas tournament. So I couldn't take that guy's gig away, and now I have nothing to do but drive home to assignments today. So that's what I'm doing now. But from what I've read and seen on Twitter, it was a great night in Statesboro. The blue-white game, they split the teams right down the middle, and the blue won 9-3 over the white, and some good performances by Justin Tomlin, and who's going to be the man, it seems like, at quarterback for Georgia Southern now that Shy Word's gone to Louisville. A good crowd on hand in what was open to the public. As many people that wanted to come could be in, and that was a nice sign after not having a spring game last year.
Well, I mean, you're the man that has the golden vocal cord. So besides Paulson Stadium, now you're doing the Coastal Conference games?
Well, I have a friend of mine from way back in earlier in my career is the SID at Conference Carolina, a Division II conference up in North Carolina and South Carolina and parts of Georgia. And I did their basketball tournament last year in 2019 before COVID hit, and did the softball tournament this year, and going to do the soccer tournament next weekend in Florence. So I do their conference tournaments for him, and he's always been good to involve me in their events, and then Georgia Southern, of course, and Richmond Hill on Friday nights. So I'm looking for a pro gig. So if the Jags are hiring, let me know.
Hey man, you got. Hey, so Robbie, talk about we had you on before. We talked about how you kind of got to these things. You talked about Carolina's conferences as well. What do you enjoy so much about? I know I was a D2 kid. I played at UNC Pembroke in North Carolina. Carolina's conference is probably what, Belmont Abbey, Limestone, some of those schools.
And Pembroke is joining Conference Carolinas right now this next year.
Yeah, so they're moving from the Peach Belt going to the Carolinas Conference. And now you got, we talked about a little bit. USCB, I think, is going to take their place in the Peach Belt now. So talk about, I know as a D2 kid how much fun you get to a conference tournament, whether it's softball, soccer, whatever, to have it done right and have like an announcer guy. Tell me what you enjoy most about being there for those college athletes who are not on that big D1 level or even at Georgia Southern. I'm sure it makes them feel good to have something, somebody announcing and doing things the right way.
Yeah, it's fun. I've always been a small school guy from my early years at Furman, and then also now I did some things at Augusta State when I lived there in the Peach Belt, and now with Conference Carolinas Division II and Georgia Southern, even on an extent, of course, they've moved up from the SoCon and FCS to Sun Belt to big time football, but it is fun. You think about D2, well, that they don't deserve anything. It's quite the opposite. I think some of the best competition that I've ever seen in my career has been on the D2 level in baseball, basketball, and now softball. And I'm looking forward to seeing it on the soccer level next week because these teams play just as hard, if not harder, than the big D1 guys on ESPN every Saturday and that you see on the big time TV because they're trying to get noticed and they're not playing for as much money scholarship-wise as the big time guys are, and it's more for the love of the game, it seems like, and the integrity of the game, really, than the big time folks that are there just, for lack of a better term, to get to the next level, especially on the FBS D1 level.
Yeah, I mean, it's big time. I mean, you go from high school, Richmond Hill High School football, all the way up through D2, and now with Georgia Southern D1, it really is. It really means a lot to those smaller schools and those kids. I mean, everybody can watch big time. They can go watch the football, SEC, and all those conferences, Big Ten on TV. All right, so are you enjoying this gig? I mean, day job. You play a little golf, you hang out on the golf course. You enjoy all the traveling around and what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean this is what I love to do. It's getting on the road and driving to sporting events. It's great to be at home, golf course, managing at Sea Island during the week. But when I can get in the car and go out of town for 3 days and just stay at a ballpark for 3 straight days and talk about it, it's great. And we all love a hospitality room. So anytime there's free food involved. That's a perk too.
Hey, well, talk about that. So we like to talk about food on this show as well, and you got experience. So tell us, what is the best hospitality room you've been in?
Oh man, wow. Well, I mean, in terms of hospitality rooms, I think covering the Masters for 3 years when I was at a radio station in Washington, Georgia. That is the upper echelon of hospitality rooms ever. But in terms of press box meals in college football, South Carolina had a full spread Italian buffet when we were there for Furman in 2010. The Citadel, back in the early days of my SoCon career, would have that low country mustard-based barbecue and all the fixings. Georgia Southern, back when I was working for Furman back in the early days, would have barbecue and fried chicken. So, there's a lot of places that, they had a little specialty that they went to. But in terms of hospitality and press meals, the Augusta National does it right, as you would expect.
Without a doubt.
Nice. Okay, we got a question from, first of all, you're watching the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We're talking to the voice of Paulson Stadium. It seems like the voice of everybody. Richmond Hill High School Wildcats, Carolina Conference League. Okay, so, the man's all over the place. Robbie Ross. Okay, we got a question from one of our listeners. Yes, we do have a chat room. Of course, it's the co-host of Hot Grids Podcast, Travis Shadon. He's watching. He wants to know, what are you shooting these days? And that's without your mulligans.
Well, every good golfer knows you got to have a mulligan. I'm getting back into playing form because I have learned that I do not play well in the winter. And anytime I got to put long sleeves on, I don't swing the golf club well. So now that we're getting warmer, it's getting a little bit nicer out. I can I can wear shorts and short sleeves and I can go out and I can shoot anywhere from an 88 to a 78. It just depends on the day.
Nice.
So good days, 78. Bad days, 88 and above. But still wanting to get Travis on the golf course and play around, we need to set that up.
Hey, Robbie, you've got to call all these events, but last week, you got to be the voice of opening day for Little League. That had to be super special, especially with your son playing. So talk about that as well. There's some cool things you get to do. You talk about Augusta National, Georgia Southern, Carolina's conference, but how cool was it to be the guy for opening day of Little League?
That ranks up there among the greatest accomplishments and the greatest things that I get to do. Not planned, unplanned, just, hey, here, will you do this? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. To get to that level, we talk about D2, how they play for the love. You talk about the love of the game, the absolute epitome of love of the game, and that's Little League Baseball. And on opening day, I remember my opening days and the parades we had, and it was like the highlight of the spring. And to be able to be a part of that was just fantastic. And just to see all the Little League softball, the Little League baseball, the senior league baseball teams just in their uniforms, ready to go, ready to start the season. There's nothing better than Little League baseball. And I love going to the park, and I'll watch my stepson's game, and then I'll stay for the later game or the early game just to watch the love of the game that these kids have at the Little League level. And if you don't get out to a Little League game, then I highly encourage to do that, because there's not much better than Little League baseball in the South anyway.
Well, Robbie, I know you're on the run and you're coming home from last night, but once again, quickly, you're very in the loop of Georgia Southern football. How do you see the Eagles preparing for the 2021 season?
It's going to be a very interesting season with all the departures and incoming players, and still who knows who else is coming in with the new rule that the NCAA passed earlier this week, where you don't have to sit out to go. You can make a lateral move or go up in a division and not have to sit out, which is just, it really kind of blows my mind when I sit down and think about it, that because all these times in the past, okay, if you're going to transfer inside your division, you got to sit out. or the only place that you can go and play right away is if you go down to FCS or down to Division II. Well, now all these people are going to be able to transfer within divisions, within conferences. It's actually kind of wacky. So I think that Georgia Southern do what?
It's like free agency in college athletics is what it's going to become.
Yeah, without a price tag. I mean, you don't have to worry about a salary cap. I mean, I guess you kind of do unless, depending upon the number of scholarships you have. But it's going to be very interesting to see how long and how soon these people are going to be moving in and taking spots. And with the extra year of eligibility that some of these players have, a lot of players have moved on, namely Shy Words and others. But I think Georgia Southern is going to be very competitive in the Sun Belt, per usual, under Coach Chad Lunsford. And it will be interesting to see. I think Justin Tomlin has a great hold on the offense. Of course, the Graham kid coming in from Georgia Tech will be interesting to see because now he doesn't have to sit out all of a sudden. When he first announced that he was coming to Georgia Southern, he was going to have to sit out. But now with this new rule, he can play right away and really put some pressure on Justin Tomlin at quarterback. The stable of running backs is strong, and defensively on the secondary, I think that is where the strong suit is for the Eagles on defense. Going to have to build up that defensive line to kind of make some gains in that aspect. But looking forward to a normal, regular year with a full crowd and full capacity at Paulson Stadium.
Well, we appreciate it.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Hey, listen, we thanks for all you do. And I know the impact as a student athlete, a college athlete, someone who has a son that plays sports as well. I mean, it is when things are done right, it just makes you feel good about what you're doing. So, man, we appreciate what you do every Friday, Saturday during the week, and especially with the Carolina Conference now. It's such a big deal. So, hey, drive safely. Be careful coming home, and hopefully you avoid the weather and get home safely, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it always.
Hey, give us a one more time.
One more time for the Eagles.
And no mulligans either.
No, of course not.
All right, man. Be careful.
Appreciate it. I mean, he's just got the voice for it. So I could see him being all over the United States, just, announcing whether it's on the radio, the TV, in the stadium. He's just got a voice, and he loves sports. He loves sports.
That's the whole thing, Carl. That's why.
He's a North Carolina boy, too.
He's a North Carolina boy. And so we got to talk about that as first time as well. And, I mean, but from going from Little League to college to high school, it's great and to see all those levels. And he talked about, listen, there's nothing better than opening day in Little League baseball. He's talking about pure love of sport. Talking about pure love of sport, we got someone in our weight room we're getting to talk to.
Oh, she's unbelievable on the tennis court. She's had a great career up at South Effingham High School. She's going to continue it at the next level. Coming up next, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from South Effingham High School tennis, senior tennis player Mia Vasher. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Mia, we have to thank our sponsors, but once again, you're listening. Take it away.
Moving to the Coach and AD live here at Coach's Corner, Center Sports Universe. See, it's way harder than what people think getting all that together. All right, we'll see you in 3 minutes live from Coach's Corner. We still got some racing going on with Michael Carter as well.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New
Wetherington
York.
Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
I'm telling you, without my mouse, I'm a lost man. Once again, welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the coach and AD from the center of the sports universe, and we're having a lot of fun. So once again, you can listen to us all over the place. I can't help it. I mean, I have to put a microphone in. I have to put the camera in. It just throws me off that I can't use my mouse.
That has been devastating this morning.
For me, it is.
The mouse is. It's like one of the greatest inventions there is in technology. You ain't got to mess with the whole computer part.
All right, before we get to our guest, which is very special here, this is our favorite part of the show. Mouse pad or mouse? What's your favorite?
The mouse.
I got to go with the mouse.
I mean, the mouse pad could be anything. You can use a piece of paper.
Right.
You can use anything. But the mouse is just
what it is. The mouse is the mouse is what it is. All right. Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This is our favorite part of the show. This is where we bring on the good kids that have been mentioned to us, kids that have been nominated. Like I said, you can nominate these kids. I don't want to go pick them. He don't want to go pick them. Send in a little blurb. And I was talking to somebody the other day about local tennis because local tennis gets no love. And South Effingham has been doing a great job with a good friend of mine. She was a student teacher of mine, Kristen Kelly Finland. And I said, I got to get in touch with Kristen. They did a great article in the Savannah Morning News about her. But, she as Kristen would say, I got to quote my student teacher here. She's not my student teacher anymore. But Mia is currently plays number 1 singles for the South Effingham Mustang High School girls tennis team. She has a record of 12-4 this year. She is a hard worker with great work ethic. Mia is a wonderful leader and has been a joy to coach. She's always gone above and beyond anything she does, whether it's in the classroom, on the court, whatever she may be doing. And she's heading to Piedmont College on an academic scholarship, but she will be playing tennis.
Nice. Hey, that's what it's about, being a student athlete.
All right, let me not mess up this mouse pad, okay? Joining us live now on the Coach's Corner Hot Seat, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from South Effingham High School senior tennis player, Mia Vassar. Mia.
Good morning.
I'm sorry about all the blunders, but I don't have a mouse. I'm lost.
You're fine.
So, mouse pad or mouse?
Mouse pad.
Kids today.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Millennials.
Okay, so you're talking to an old guy here. But anyway, thank you. Great season. I know you guys lost a tough one the other day. Had to go up to Atlanta. But once again, Coach Finland loves you, and she talks the utmost about you. So once again, you made a great impression on her.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, I read your story in the Savannah Morning News. You've been all over the place. What makes you play tennis? When did you start playing tennis?
I started in 7th grade when my dad told me I had to pick a sport, and I chose tennis. He is a sport dad. Yes.
So I was reading, you're not from around here? You're from Michigan?
Yeah, I moved here in 5th grade from outside Grand Rapids.
Okay, and cold weather, hot weather, sand gnats, bugs. Warm. What do you like better? You like Savannah or Georgia or Michigan?
I like both. I kind of like how Michigan has both. So I don't like how hot it gets here. Hot and muggy.
Well, that's the thing. Hey, you grew up in Michigan, a little bit cooler. Now, where were you in Michigan? Were you in the upper, like, UPI part? Were you? We were in the lower, kind of like, I don't know. We were just in the lower, though. I got you. All right. Well, you talking about you started playing tennis at 7 years old, or seventh grade. So did you start taking lessons? I mean, your dad said, hey, you pick up a racket and start going. So how did that evolve? Because you start picking up a racket in 7th grade, and here you are getting ready to go play college tennis. That's a big gap to fill in the mass improvement you've had in that time. So talk about, how you got started and who helped you really get better.
Right. So in 7th grade, I had to pick a sport, so I played tennis. I joined the middle school team. And I met some people. I met good people. The coach, I started getting private lessons every few weeks or so from Coach Brown. And then I joined the rec team, like junior tennis team. And then in 8th grade, Coach Finland does a great 8th grader feed in to the high school. So I got to go practice with them. And that was probably when I really learned to love the game and got good at it.
Awesome.
I mean, you got to start somewhere, and there's a lot of good people up there coaching tennis. Was Coach Honorado still there when you were in the middle school?
No. My coach was Coach Hurd. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Coach Hurd. Okay. So you've been playing it now for a while, and you got to be able to serve. You got to be able to play at the net. You got to know strategy. So I've had to sit down with Coach Finland. I want to say Coach Kelly again. But Coach Finland, what would she tell me based on how you think your favorite or your best skill is when you play tennis?
Most of the time, I love hitting my backhands, That's not everyone's favorite thing, but I love my backhands. And I think I'm good at strategy. I think I try to place the ball in the right spot.
And so talking about that, your backhand is probably Andre Agassi. I don't assume there's Andre Agassi. Andre Agassi was famous for his backhands. But, when you talk about, your skills in tennis and you talk about the strategy standpoint, especially in high school, what is, the mental approach that you've taken each match? Because you've been uber successful. You played number one, correct? You're number one. So that means every time out, you're playing the other team's best player. All right. So talk about what that is every match out. Mentally, I got to bring it. So what's your mental preparation like going into each match?
That's a good question. So I do play a lot of good people. I play the best at each school, but mentally I try to walk on there like I'm gonna win it. I try to walk on there thinking I can beat these people. I have enough experience. I've played enough. I know how to hit.
Good. Nice. You're watching the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at our favorite part of the show, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Right? It's your favorite too, right?
Oh, without doubt.
Without doubt. And we're talking to a senior tennis player from South Effingham High School, Mia Vassar. They just completed their season. Tough. They made it to the Sweet 16. Lost a tough one going up to Atlanta, but she's number one singles, and she's done a great job. So you talk about your backhand. You talk about serving. You talk about the mental aspect, which you really don't have to practice. You should have a routine. What's your routine? What has been your routine to make you better besides going for lessons?
I do the school team. I do a rec team, but I play. I play all the time. I play about 5 times a week.
Nice.
I always go out, hit with my friends. It's just you have to play to get good at any sport. You have to keep playing it.
Well, in talking about that, when you play, everybody's got someone that's like a playing partner. Do you got like a favorite playing partner that, hey, you can call this person up, whether it's guy, girl, whoever, will go out and hit with you no matter what? Who's your playing partner? Who do you really rely on that's really, you can call up and say, hey, I want to go play tennis. Meet me at the course in 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm not saying I have any favorites. I love all my friends who play tennis.
That is a great answer.
Sorry.
As you say in tennis, that's an ace.
Yeah, you ace that.
But I can text my second, or I can text my junior friend Hannah Sowers, and she's always there.
Nice.
Always there for you.
Not favorite. My bad. So all right, didn't mean to put you on the spot. Great answer though.
Great answer. All right, and you talked about sports dad, okay? Tell us how your family has contributed to your success, whether it's in high school tennis, outside of high school tennis. How's your family supported you?
They make it a mission to figure out who can drive me places. Back when I couldn't drive, my dad made it a mission to find tournaments for me to go play at.
Nice.
He found my rec team. He found my private coaches. He really was a part of my getting better and playing. They go to almost all of my games, the ones they can, and they support me. And I think that's really important that parents do that.
Now, it seems like you got a very athletic family. You have a brother, correct, that plays football at Savannah State. So talk about, is there if you had to get him on the tennis court, which I'm sure you have at some point, what's that like? You ever got him on the tennis court and say, hey, guy, you might play football, but I got you here?
Gosh, him and I haven't played in a long time, but he used to come hit with me a few times. It's a lot of anger. I get pretty mad at him.
But you can take him there, right? I mean,
yeah.
Like you can take him on the tennis court.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's the main thing. That's the main. She's got him on the tennis court without a doubt.
And talking to Coach Finland, Kristen, she was telling me that you are going to Piedmont College. From reading the article, it's academic, but you're going to continue playing tennis. Tell us why you chose Piedmont College. Why Piedmont College?
So I had two very good options, and I looked at Piedmont, and they had the academic part side that I wanted. So I'm going into engineering, and they had a 3-2 program. I'm going to be fed into Tech after 3 years. And I looked at the tennis part, and it's a really great program. I already know a girl on the team, and I met their senior captain at a tournament, and she could not stop raving about it. It was really sold it.
Well, that's awesome.
That's what it's about.
And that's what we talk about all the time with student athletes when they choose a school, choosing the right fit for them, not just playing wise, but obviously more importantly, you chose it for academics. Hey, I want a 3, I get to go to Georgia Tech. I want to do engineering. It's got a 3-2 program. I mean, so like you're thinking beyond tennis, and tennis is just another avenue to help you get there and enjoy your time at Piedmont and be uber competitive. So it's great from that standpoint. You looking forward to being in Atlanta?
Yes, hopefully it's a little bit cooler. I love the mountains. Like you can see the mountains from the campus, and it's very pretty.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right. So my question is, I heard engineering in there. So after the sports are done and you're in college, what do you want to do in the future?
I want to go into the car industry. I want to make cars cleaner for the environment. So hopefully I get to do that.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Hey, so what got you? I mean, I always ask this. So what is it about engineering or how did you fall in love with engineering?
Everyone throughout high school, they start to develop what they want to do. They start to think about what they want to go into. I was best at math. So I really sat there and looked through like all the math jobs that there were. And it was between teaching and engineering.
Nice.
So, all right, last question from the real Coach DeMasi. I know your brother listens to the other Coach DeMasi. Okay, as far as South Effingham High School, okay, Michigan, you come down here, you've been here since 7th grade. What's so special about South Effingham High School? What makes Mia love the place so much?
I met some of my closest friends through the school, not through tennis. The teachers there really want you to succeed. They through clubs, through like work experience, like work-based learning. I do enroll through Georgia Southern, so that opportunity is by itself amazing. And they want you to succeed. They want to give back to the community, and they want to see you be the best you can.
That's Effingham County.
Well, me and talking about that, also a little bit about your high school coach, if you would, just the time you spent at Effingham with tennis. Maybe talk about your teammates real quick and what your coach has meant to you as well.
Right. All my coaches, Coach Finland, Coach Kelly, they're amazing, supportive. I'm so lucky that they're there for my program. Coach Finland does a great job with practices. She knows perfect drills, perfect gameplay. She conditions us so we're ready for each match. That's probably the best thing you can do for a team is to condition.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I have so many great friends on the team. Through the guys and girls, they're all so sweet, so fun. It's really sad that I can't just stay with them.
Well, you're getting ready to get to that's the thing about it. You get to go and you get a new group of friends. You've already got to play with some of them at some tournaments. You got to know them. So that transition will be much easier when you get to college because you'll have a group just like this in South Effingham. You'll make a new group at Piedmont. Mia, we are so impressed with you. We wish you all the best, especially academically as you go into, what you want to do. You're very driven from that standpoint, and you've represented South Effingham and just the tennis community in general tremendously. So congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And if you don't go up to college and you make one of your football games, make sure we meet each other in real life, in person. It'll be a lot of fun to meet you. And I'm telling you right now, I can't say just like you said, Coach Kelly, Coach Finland, just a first-class coach, and she cares about you guys, and she loves what she does. I can see her being that way and being that intense with you, and it's gonna pay a lot of dividends for you when you get up to PMAT. So once again, great job, and like I always say, thanks for coming on, and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
I agree. Yeah, I missed the change of weather too. So I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mia. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you soon.
You got to love it. Here's a girl driven. She knows what she wants to do, and she's looking forward to where she's going. She's going to get a taste of good old ATL. Michigan. I don't know if she's been over to Detroit, or is there another big city in Michigan?
You got Detroit, you got Kalamazoo, you got
Kalamazoo. I love Kalamazoo.
I didn't know she's from the UPI part.
Right,
how far? Was she? I know you get a lot of snow and stuff in Michigan, anyhow,
right.
But was she in the Upper Peninsula part? And so it had to be a transition coming down here. But she adapted well. She gets to go to Piedmont, like she said. She can see the mountains from her school, so she'll be kind of the North Atlanta area as well. So that'll be great. But I'm just so impressed that she knows what she wants to do. Hey, I want to go to Piedmont. They got a 3-2 program. I get transferred to Tech. Hey, why you want to do it? Tech? Well, I want to create cars and create clean energy cars for the next generation. What's 17, 18-year-old like? Is that detail of knowing what they want to do in life and the impact they want to have? And so she's going to leave a tremendous footprint.
It's impressive. Very impressive. All right, we're waiting for the big guy, Frank Sulkowski, to hook in. He's not in the green room yet. He's not in our waiting room here at Coach's Corner. I wonder if he's in the kitchen.
I'd like to be in the kitchen right now. I'll tell you that much.
We don't know where he is. I'm going to try and, track him down.
Well, in the meantime, we got a lot of sports we can catch up on.
We can do that too. So we can do that
while we're doing that.
Hey, he's going to take us out of here again. I love listening to him do this.
All right, so you're live here from the Senior Sports Universe, live at Coach's Corner on Coach's Corner Sports Network. Got to thank John Harrison and Adele every single time that we're on here. And we're waiting for the Miata race to come back and watch Michael Carter doing
race two.
Race 2 doing his thing. So we'll see in 3 minutes as we thank our sponsors. Can't do it without you. All the great people support Coach's Corner, Karl DeMasi Sports Support, live from here, Senior Sports Universe with the Coach and AD.
Well done.
I'm getting there, man. I'm learning from the best.
We'll be back. 3 minutes.
See you soon.
1, 2, 3. 3 minutes.
See you soon.
All time, that's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision. Faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes to your phone. Sporting goods, increase the cash and sacrifices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball, soccer, volleyball, softball, and
So get me out of here by 10:30.
every season.
We're done before 10:30.
Yeah,
You're grilling me today.
New location, 6606 Abercorn Street.
He was out there doing the working and I got to go to class.
Monday through Friday,
What it is?
4 p.m. in Signal on Saturdays. At locally owned, come see where everyone is.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. It drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get completed chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Fuller at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, welcome back. It's the coach, the AD. We're here live. Hey, y'all, I'm talking Italian here. You know, Italian guys use hand, but it's the coach and the AD right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network at the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport every Saturday morning. Hey, it's over a year now. We still got to get back out in the sound garden.
We're getting there. You know, we got some inclement weather coming in, so we stayed inside today. Just in case we wouldn't get soaked out there. There's always events going on here at Coach's Corner. Tremendous things going on. Michael Carter's going to come back on at 4:30, the next Miata race that he will be in. He finished second this morning, got another one this afternoon. So doing great things there. We're going to hop on and talk about Step 2 college sports as we're waiting for the big guy to come on and link in for us. And so Savannah State baseball 13-5. Next up, so April 28th through May 1st, the first ever HBCU World Series in Montgomery, Alabama. All right, Savannah State softball is 11-6. All right, they take on game 1. They also Bennett College 13-5. Game 2, they flipped the script and beat Bennett College 9-7. Had a spring game last night. George Southern, we talked to Robbie Ross. He wasn't there last night. He was calling Carolina Conference softball tournament, but he talked about close game. Hey, open stadium, anybody could come. So a lot of big things happening for Georgia Southern football as they go. Step 3, and we'll circle back around as well. The Bravos, 9-10. All right, won 5 of their last 7 games. They're home in Atlanta after a 5-game road trip. Held on for dear life. Again, cardiac kids right now, but we'll take the win. Better than a loss, 5-4 after leading 3-0 after 3 innings. So the Braves at home again against Arizona. Now, how that game will happen with all the weather today, we'll see, because they had a ton of rain come through Atlanta. While Austin Riley 2-run homer in the second, Dansby Swanson triple in the fifth, shows some offensive life in a 5-4 win over the D-backs at Truist Park. Starting pitcher, I can't even pronounce it. Yona?
Yeah, you got it. Yaskar Yona. You're right there.
So not like NASCAR, but Yaskar. Yaskar Yona made some unexpected contributions to the bottom of the order. Dazzle once again on the mound. He pitched well up in Chicago. He was the guy that threw well there as well. So experienced through recording his first 2 career hits same day, not his first career win. So it's great. Attendance is up at the Braves, 19,258. Braves increased capacity to 50% after lying 1/3 in their first series. Up next, Braves left-handed pitcher Drew Smiley, 10-day injured list with left forearm inflammation and expected to be activated for Saturday night start against Arizona left-handed Madison. I forgot that Madison Bumgarner, after all those years with the Giants, is now with the Diamondbacks. Smiley, 5.73 ERA, first 2 starts for Atlanta. Bumgarner 1-2 with an 8.68. Hopefully, Braves can stay on him tonight and get him again. 7:20. With all the weather coming through, we'll see what happens in Atlanta. Pro basketball, the Hawks, 33-27. All right, still first in Southeast Division, game and a half lead, 7-3 in last 10 games. All right, Thursday night versus Heat, won 118-103 last night without Trae Young. All right, Trae Young's diagnosed with a grade 2 lateral ankle sprain and is expected to return once swelling and discomfort are gone. Source told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski on Thursday did not in this loss to Knicks on Wednesday. So they home versus Milwaukee tomorrow. Biggest thing is getting him back healthy for playoffs are coming. In the regular season will be here. Only 3 weeks left. So we are there. Pro football, Falcons heating up here. All right, Falcons picked 4th. All these string of quarterbacks, what are they going to do? All right, rumor has it they're going to trade down for help on defense, get more picks in the draft. All right, so I don't think they should take QB either.
I don't think so either.
Not when you can stockpile. You can trade out of that. I've been hearing, maybe New England jumps up there, grabs a quarterback. We'll see there.
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm trying to hook up with the big guy, Francis Sulkowski. You're doing a great job getting the rundown of the other 2 steps in the door that we can get to cover. But I can't believe that people or these prognosticator, what do we call them?
Prognosticators.
Whoever, the predictors, okay? I call them predictors. That word is, I know it's an SAT word, but it's tough to pronounce for me. But anyway, why would you want to replace Matty Ryan?
At this point, I think you just got to get him help. That's the thing. It's not really been the offense. Like, they've blown leads, and it's not because – so when you have a lead, that means you're scoring.
Right. And
you're blowing leads because your defense can't hold them. If you think about last season, the games they lost by 7 points or more, they've been in the playoffs. If they held leads against Dallas, Carolina, others, they just lost. And so, I agree, trade down, get defensive picks. They've not drafted especially well on the defensive side of the ball. Some of their picks have not worked out. Mm-hmm. But, hey, the prognosticators say this is one of the best drafts for DBs.
Right.
D lineman is well outside the quarterback position. I think they trade out and get a slew of picks. All right, pro golf, RBC Heritage last week. Brian Harman finishes 13 under, top for 12, 5 straight back off this week. He had a great 2-week run.
13 under, and you still don't make it.
Dude, Stuart Sink was on fire.
Oh, yeah, he was unconscious
last week. And so, but 2 great back-to-back weeks for Brian Harman at the Masters, then come down to where he started at RBC Heritage PGA Champions Tour. Chubb Classic in Naples. Not a bad place to hang out.
I'd like to visit there. Have you been there?
Oh, I love Naples. We've been down there.
It's awesome.
Yeah. My kind of place. Super laid back, just big enough to do whatever you want. Oh, Naples is
I never
beautiful.
get past the northern part of Tampa. I'm always up in the northern part of Tampa. I got to make trips
We've been there a couple of times now with Hayes with football with FPU. Is down in Naples, and they built this beautiful sports complex down there that'll now hold the FPU National Championships, all the big FPU contests as well. So it is beautiful. So in Naples, 11 under, 5 strokes back. He's off this week as well. Savannah Bananas, May 26th. They can open up against the Macon Bacon. We'll fry some bacon on opening night on May 27th. Semi-pro football, Savannah Falcons away today at the Georgia Raiders. All right, Georgia Raiders. Falcons won 26-22 their week. This week's game against the Carolina Gators has been postponed until further notice. Team is staying focused on their next opponent. Make sure you come out May 8th for their next home game. Savannah Spirit. All right, we got the schedule for the Savannah Spirit. All right, they're in a new conference, new league, cool logos as well. So they're in the Atlantic Division. So Beaufort County FC, Charleston Fleet, Florida Soul, Florida Elite, Savannah Spirit, all part of the Women's Premier Soccer League. So they will open up, all right, home, which I think they play at BC Stadium at home, 6 p.m. on June the 3rd against Charleston Fleet. Then they will travel away the following week back to Charleston Fleet. So great. Come out, see these girls. We've had their coaches on, their owners on. They're doing a tremendous job promoting women's soccer, and it's a culture thing. When you talk to the people and the kids that play, we've had them on. They talk about the culture the Savannah Spirit has created to help them really grow. And they had girls that come in here and they intern. They get, so they do a lot of growth for their program. All right, so that's Savannah Spirit there. All right, Savannah Sports Council, NAIA Lacrosse Championships, May 5th through the 8th here in Savannah. All right, tickets are on sale now, so get your tickets. GHSA Soccer, all right, we get to host that 13th and 14th as well. We don't know what classifications yet. Maybe St. Vincent's will be there, maybe BC, maybe Islands as well. So hopefully one of those groups will be in here. And then baseball state championships, all right, May 21st through 24th. Classifications to be determined, but we'll be at Grayson Stadium.
All right, here we go.
The big guy.
It took a lot of work, but we finally got the big guy. Joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat is the man himself from WJCL, news anchor, sports director, and he's also part of the Georgia Southern football broadcast group, of course, with the great Terry Harvin. He's joining us live. The big guy, Frank Sulkowski. Sorry, buddy, I don't know what happened with the link.
No, it's technology. It happens. I'm here.
Hey, did you like the Twitter post I have of you? Nice young guy with that camera on your shoulder.
Yeah, I tell you what, memories, huh?
Hey, we can go back to the Clydesdale where we were hanging out with the horses. Remember that one?
Oh, that seems like yesterday, but yeah, I remember the days with the horses.
So, all right, my first question to you is, I know we want to talk about Georgia Southern football, but USCB, the University of South Carolina Beaufort, going to the Peach Belt Conference. How big is that for them, and how big is that for this area?
It's really big, and it's really big for the student athletes in our area. It's definitely another option to get to that NCAA level and to play Division II. Of course, and I've talked with people about this. I can't believe some of the things I've seen occur in my time here in Savannah. I mean, I've seen the Savannah College of Art and Design scale back its athletic department. It wasn't that long ago they had baseball and basketball and volleyball, and they no longer offer those sports. We've seen Armstrong, their entire athletic department merge with Georgia Southern. And we've seen the birth of University of South Carolina Beaufort. When I started here, there was no athletic department there. They go to NAIA and they show some success there. And now make the move to Division II. I tell you what, it means a lot because it's going to be a lot more visibility for that program. Again, nothing wrong with the NAIA at all. It's just now you're joining that Peach Belt Conference where you have some automatic tie-ins with schools, from the Southeast. And they, you hear it all the time, the footprint. And that footprint is pretty solid. We have a lot of student athletes from our area signing with Peach Belt schools. And so it's going to be really help with the visibility and to get these kids to the next level. And for us to be able to see these young student athletes playing college sports, against some familiar teams from around Georgia and in North Carolina, in South Carolina. So, it's big news. And it was one of those things where you hate that the announcement came during the Heritage Week because it really is a big story. But there was so much going on last week, but a huge sports story for our area for sure.
Well, Frank, talk about the transition they'll have to go through transitioning to D2 into that conference. And like you said, there's a lot of, like I went to UNC Pembroke. They're moving out of the Peach Belt, going into the Carolinas Conference, which was probably, a more natural fit for them. I think with football as well, they'll play like Limestone and other schools over there. But talk about transition that USCB will have to make. And are they going to have to do things facility-wise to move up? What is the Peach Belt putting on them that they got to have to be a Peach Belt member?
Well, the biggest thing is the addition of men's and women's basketball. I mean, that's going to be the big thing there for the Sand Sharks. One of the contingent things that they have to do is add a couple sports, and it's going to be basketball. And again, we know here in our area, basketball is a pretty big deal. And again, that goes back to, the visibility and, University of South Carolina, Beaufort already going to be starting basketball in a hotbed. I mean, all I got to do is hop across the big bridge and there's going to be all kind of talent that they recruit right here in the Savannah area. So facility wise, they're going to have to, get an arena or utilize one that's already around or add to something existing. So that's going to be the big thing, and then just a lot of, cosmetic things in some of the facilities they already use. They have a soccer facility already on campus that they're able to use. The baseball and softball, they utilize the complex there in Hardyville, so they should be good to go there. But the basketball, that's going to be the big thing where they're going to have to, establish a home court. And I would imagine that over time, they're going to want to have that on campus where they can get the students there and they can really get the support for basketball. But yeah, that's going to be the big thing, is the addition of men's and women's basketball, because that's one of the things that the Peach Belt says USCB has to do to join the conference. So as they progress on, that's not going to happen overnight. But that is something that here in the next couple of years, you're going to see a lot and hear a lot from is the Sand Shark basketball program, as they hire a coach and start recruiting and start landing student athletes and finding a place to play. That's going to be the big thing.
Well, you're on top of this stuff, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be great for the area. More sports, a bigger division. But like you say, NAIA is not a bad deal. So we got the NAIA Lacrosse championships coming here. That's going to be a big time here in Savannah.
Yeah, I mean, with the Sports Council landing that, so they're going to be out at Memorial Stadium, which anytime you can bring a national championship type situation to town, that's going to help your visibility. And again, Savannah is a great location. NAIA, what we were seeing with University of South Carolina Beaufort and what we see with the Savannah College of Art and Design is when these guys do road trips, their road trips aren't just like hopping down the street. They're hitting I-95 pretty hard, because a lot of their conference mates are down in South Florida. So they're headed down there to take on a lot of teams. So a lot of travel for those student athletes. Joining the Peach Belt is definitely going to help cut down with the travel. And again, in the Peach Belt, you have so many colleges that already are getting student athletes from Georgia and from coastal Georgia and from the South Carolina Low Country. So it's really going to help with moms and dads being able to come and support their kids and watch their kids play. And it's really going to help those student athletes where they're spending less time on the road and more time in the classroom and on the fields of play.
Remember the Pirates. That's all I got to say. Next question up.
Well, we talk about, we've gone through that. So let's jump into Georgia Southern football. Moving the game to last night because the impending bad weather is really coming into today. So talk about the event last night. Paulson Stadium open to anybody, if I'm correct, and how the game went, any surprises to the game, and what you see with Georgia Southern football going forward as they get ready for the summer.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was a really good crowd there, and you could just tell folks are hungry to get things back to normal. Of course, Georgia Southern went through the 2020 season. But again, it was a COVID season, so there were a lot of restrictions, and that held a lot of people back. I think you're slowly starting to see people coming out of that quarantine, coming out of that social distancing. They were still doing that and still wearing masks, but there were a lot more people. So I think a lot more people getting vaccinated, feeling comfortable with it. It was a good turnout, and it was a game-type situation. I mean, the officials were there. You had the band, you had the cheerleaders, the mascot. And again, on short notice, to have a good turnout, that says a lot as excitement starts to build towards the 2021 season. As far as the game goes itself, the Eagles got very defensive. And anytime you have a scrimmage like that, I always expect to see the defense is shine. I mean, let's be honest. The offense is a lot of times a little bit more complex. And Chad Lunsford, head coach Chad Lunsford, even said that they kept it very vanilla because it was a game that was visible. You could go watch it on ESPN Plus. It was going to be out there for the world to see. So you really don't want your teams to see what's happening. And again, folks got to remember that Georgia Southern is going to be kind of an unknown going into 2021 because you have your new full-time offensive coordinator who's now going to get ready for his first full season in Doug Roos. He came in and took over for the last 2 games of last year, but a lot of new stuff has been implemented. So the offenses really didn't spotlight and show everything they have. Plus, on top of that, it wasn't live for the quarterbacks, which means all you had to do was touch a quarterback and he was down. Let's be honest, when you're running an option-type offense, a lot of times that quarterback is hit, bounce off, and be able to, so some of the plays where they were hitting a hole and they were being touched, the play was being, called down and done, when in reality the quarterback could have went for anywhere from 5 to 50 yards. So that was the big thing, and that was a little bit tough. So you didn't have the explosive plays that you normally see. So things were kind of bland, but I tell you what, the defense continues under Scott Sloan, the defensive coordinator, 4 years. He's been there. These are his guys. A lot of returners back, and it shows. The defense is going to be really good for Georgia Southern. The big questions remain offensively. The offensive line is great. It's a veteran group, so they're going to be just fine. Your running back core is very deep. You're going to get J.D. King back in the fall, who had knee surgery last year, so you're going to have one of your top running backs will be back. He's ahead of schedule. You have a whole stable of young guys there at running back. Some of the big areas is quarterback. What's going to happen there? Because you take a guy like Shai Wertz, who's been the starter for so long, who is now going to play his last year of eligibility up at Louisville, where he's going to play wide receiver. So you're wondering what's going to happen at the quarterback position. Well, it looks like Justin Tomlin has kind of locked that thing down. He's been the backup, and he's gone ahead and stepped in there and taken the majority of the reps. And then you have some other question marks. It's not every day that a lot of eyes are on long snapper, but at Georgia Southern, they've had a guy named Ryan Langen who's going to have a really good shot at playing in the NFL. One of the best that's ever come through Statesboro as far as long snapping. You have to replace him. You're looking to solidify your place kicking duties. So there are some areas that have to be solved before the Eagles kick off in early September.
All right, I got one last question for you, and we're going to go towards unbelievable. Not just now. We talked about USCB, we talked about Southern high school sports. Frank, if you would have asked me or asked Chad, the uncertainty. We're in April. We're in the state championships, and we're going to start baseball next week. I would have told you. I don't know if it would have happened, but it's happened.
I tell you what, it has happened, and again. We've talked with Chad about this over the past year plus. I can't say enough about the coaches and the administrators and the parents and the student athletes for making this possible. I mean, doing the right thing and the way everything was handled. Here we are. Yeah, we got state playoffs across the board for all the spring sports, and a really exciting team because we have so many squads still in the hunt. I mean, you're talking about, you just touched on it. The regular season wrapping up for baseball teams, they go into the postseason. Soccer moving in to the second round. We've watched the lacrosse all spring long. Track and field going to go into the region and area championships, followed by state. Tennis is in the state playoffs. You blink, and it really happens so fast. I can't believe that we're just, a couple weeks away from crowning state champs in the spring sports. It seems like we were just talking about football and dealing with the pandemic in that. But, yeah, we've made it through a year. And I tell you what, everybody deserves congratulations because, the light at the end of the tunnel, we can all see it. I mean, it's close. Yeah, we're still wearing masks out there and socially distancing, and there's still some things. But for the most part, the light at the end of the tunnel can be seen. And hopefully come fall, we're back to pretty much normal, where what we remember. And it's exciting because these student athletes, and I've talked about this in the past, even on this show, the student athletes in the class of 2020 and 2021, when all is said and done, I'm not remembering these young people and these coaching staffs and these schools for the wins and losses and championships. I'm remembering them for the obstacles they had to overcome with stuff off the fields of play and out of the classroom. I mean, what they have done, their legacy, they've had to deal with the biggest form of adversity. So props to them.
Hey, my last question, we asked this to Mr. Robbie Ross, the PA guy of Georgia Southern and the Carolinas Conference and Little League Baseball.
And Richmond Hill football. All right, we got into press box food. All right, where have you been? All right, if you had to rank some of your best press box meals, who does it right, and what's the best press box meal or some of the best press box places you've been? Hey, hold it. He even gets to go and walk the tailgate parties, and they give him food there too.
Ooh, yeah, we'll get into tailgates in their time. That's a whole nother separate. Okay. Let's talk about press box food.
I'm going to tell you what, press box food, when it boils down, what I've seen and what I've experienced down in Louisiana is unmatched. At the University of Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, they bring out the Cajun. It's gumbo, it's jambalaya, it's everything. And that's tailgating the car going to the press box where fans are just kind of shoving it your way. And then you get into press box, and what do you get there? You get that Cajun food there as well. And I tell you what, it's phenomenal. Now, my stomach can only handle Cajun food about one time of year, so that's a good thing. I couldn't do it if it was every Saturday or every Friday deal. But it's amazing, the food down there. And I'll tell you what, also the barbecue that they throw on your plate out in Texas is pretty impressive as well. So I tell you what, doing with the Georgia Southern radio, it's kind of a disadvantage and a little unfair because I get to experience food around the country, and it's pretty amazing. With that said, the best press box food and the best stuff I've seen, I think boils down to hospitality rooms. We're doing region tournaments, especially right here in Savannah, because a lot of times you get that home cooked food. Mamas and daddies, aunts and uncles are making those meals. And so I love a good hospitality room. Nice. And I don't want necessarily the fast food and stuff that is catered and brought in. I want that stuff that's made from the heart. So, I mean, I've had some chili and I've had some fried chicken, and I've had it everywhere you can have it in this state. And it doesn't get much better than what I've experienced in the GHSA hospitality rooms around the state.
Hold it now. The big guy said he can only handle Cajun food once a year. The man is getting older. He's no longer a kid. He's getting the gray wings on the side. His stomach's starting to change. Hey, but you know what? You're still the best at what you do, buddy. We got to love it.
Well, I appreciate y'all. And again, thank you guys for everything you do. But yeah, we're all getting a little bit older. I now have to take a dairy pill before I so things are happening. I used to have a iron stomach where I could just eat for days and whatever I wanted, and now I have to plan accordingly. So if I'm going to eat certain things, I hope that I'm by myself for the next couple of days afterwards. So yeah, things have changed. Getting older is not a graceful thing, but we can still enjoy what we got, what we like.
All right, big guy, we appreciate you taking the time out. I know late night last night, back up early this morning. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk to you during the week because we got a lot more sports going on.
Yeah, again, good luck to all of our area teams as they move on in the state playoffs, and hopefully we have state titles in the next couple weeks.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate y'all. Be safe out there, and we will talk to you soon, Frank.
All right, guys.
The man's stomach has changed. I never thought I'd hear that from the big guy.
Well, it's some spicy food now.
Oh,
Let's just be real. Like, it's good, but it is so spicy. Unless you live in that environment every single day, you got to adjust to it, man. You got to adjust. Older and wiser he is.
Older and wiser. I know. He's getting the gray wings like I'm getting. You haven't touched that yet.
Oh, I do. I got some in here. I got some sprinkled. They're getting in there. I got a little salt and pepper action going on.
All right, we got to jump. We're not going to go to commercial because this man has to get here. He's got father duties to take care to. He's got to get his kid to some lacrosse, right?
Yep, got lacrosse today. Final lacrosse weekend for middle school lacrosse. Big thanks to Christian Harris, Low Country Lacrosse for organizing the middle school lacrosse league. Their championships are today out at Daffin Park. U10s, U12s, all the age groups are out there. So we're thrilled to be there. So last lacrosse today is as well. Look at this new hat we got.
You got to get yours on too, buddy.
Mine here. So
we got to thank the man, John Hennison.
The man, the myth, the
legend. Okay.
All right.
The Caddyshack Tournament is back. Okay, let's get the man right here, quick. Come on. No. You got to jump in here in the middle. You got to explain our hats. This man's got to get his hat on. Got to get a little. So, hey, when you get a chance, I know you're running around, get everything. Give me a ladder. I can help you change those light bulbs.
I need to change the light bulbs.
But you're out there.
He's been working since we got in here. He's not.
I got here at 8 o'clock. He's still out there in the sound guard.
Man.
Coyote, Jupiter is sold out tonight, right?
Yep, sold out. Hopefully we get to share one.
So
might be a little rain weather.
And we're back at the Caddyshack Golf Tournament, and we got our hats, our official hats. Yeah, I'll get a little closer. There you go. You got to love it. Show him the black one.
That is sweet. Hey, the black is sweet now. Let me tell you.
The man gave up. He could have got purple. He gave up in the purple, took the black.
That's good.
Gets a little UGA action.
So tell us about Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. We took a little hiatus for about 3 years. Now it's back. We're doing a 9-hole par 3 tournament, crosswinds.
Nice.
The tournament's sold out, but we're still encouraging people to be hole sponsors. But
how can they do that?
By coming by coaches, calling me on my phone, my cell phone, any way you like.
The coach and AD, you got a hole. We got a hole.
Yes, you do.
Nice.
We got a hole. So we'll be out there with the rest of the gang. But we got something special that night, which you can talk about later on. He's getting inducted into the Calvary Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah,
but all right. So hole sponsors. And this goes to a great cause, okay? If you know John Hennison, you know Adele Hennison, it's not just about Coach's Corner, it's about helping others. So It's going to
help save one of our own. And that's the foundation Spanky started back in the 80s. And it's a great foundation that helps people out throughout the community.
We did it with bowling. Now he's doing it with the golf ball.
Yep.
We don't have the Coach Sports Network guys competing yet. I heard you're going to put on a putt-putt competition for that.
We're going to do a putt-putt. We're going to do a cornhole. We're going to do all kinds of things.
Nice.
Our goal this year is to raise $100,000 to give back to help save.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
And you'll do it.
We're close to 20 now.
I know. And the man works his magic, and he's always helping somebody out. So, once again, appreciate the hats.
Thank you, guys.
Can anybody come by and get a hat still?
We're down to 5.
Down to 5. Hey, get them today. They're going to be gone. Let me tell you. They're going to be gone.
Awesome. He's got special ones with the gopher on the back, too, right? For the Caddyshack Tournament. So once again, John Hennison, great job. Don't forget every morning, Monday through Friday, breakfast, 6 o'clock to 10:30. Get some country steak ham.
Country ham.
Why can't I throw steak in there?
You can throw steak in there.
Okay,
That's not
country ham, but it's not it. It's country steak ham. Okay, so but anyway, once again, you gotta love it. Coyote Jupiter tonight is sold out. Remember the Soundgarden. Go to coachescorner.net. And look up the lineup this man has put together. I mean, there's music all every weekend here in the Soundgarden. And, it's not just all about the sports, even though that, it's sports, food, and fun since 1991. Okay? So you got to come check it out. All right. I know you got to get out of here. 3 out the door.
All right. 3 out the door. As we get into, let me pull my questions back up here.
3 steps out the door. That's what we do.
As weather's getting warmer.
Right.
All right. Summer's coming.
Right.
Okay. Hot girl summer. Here we go. All right. What is your favorite thing about summer? Favorite thing about summer?
My favorite thing about summer.
Yep.
Well, I haven't had a free summer since 1989. My favorite thing would be would be if I could back in 1989. I played every day on an executive golf course, and I got pretty good.
Ooh.
The par was 32.
Yeah, a little bit shorter course.
A little shorter course. They only
Fun to play.
They only had one par 4, one par 5. I was averaging about a 36. So I was a four handicap if I'm four above.
Yeah.
So I was loving it. I would have to say, and I don't care how hot it is, because I would go out in New York. Long Island, New York is just like Savannah during the summer. Humid, 90-degree weather. It's just like I would go out at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock because there's nobody to be there, and walk the 9 holes. So
I hear you.
that would be a dream of mine if I could do that. Once again, don't do anything. No driver's ed teaching. No summer school. Just go out there and play golf every day on a 9-hole course.
All right. What is your favorite summer clothing?
That's a no-brainer. I do it most of the time year-round. T-shirt and shorts.
Living here in the South.
T-shirts and shorts. A pair of nice little, as I say, sneakers. Little short cut-off socks. You don't wear the high.
Because you get a tan line.
No crew socks. You got to get a little.
It's bad enough for us as coaches is. We take off our socks like we got a permanent tan there. permanent socks.
Here you go. Never ends. There you go. It's not even summer yet, and I still got it already.
All right.
Don't they call that a trucker's tan?
Farmer's tan.
Farmer's tan, okay.
Well, if you're from New York, it might be a trucker's tan. South is farmer's tan.
Okay, so.
All right, beach or swimming pool?
Beach or swimming pool? I'd have to go to the beach. I grew up on a canal. I grew up at the beach.
I got you.
Didn't have a pool. It's just, and my wife's going to laugh at this because she loves the beach. We buy her a Tybee parking sticker. She's down there every Saturday and Sunday. I tend to not go as much. But just to sit on the beach, and when you get that summer breeze coming off the water, and just the people having fun, people watching is another good thing when you go to the beach. Playing a little bocce ball.
Ooh,
I'd go to the beach.
So, all right, talk about real quick. All right, so the beaches you went to growing up. Talk about that real quick. What was the beaches you went to?
The beach. Well, I went to there was 2 beaches. Okay. I lived in an area called Bay Park, New York, or East Rockaway, New York, Bay Park. We had the Bay Park Beach, which was like the little middle class, lower class, not lower class, but middle class beach. And then you go two boulevards over, okay, and you have the Eula Point Beach. And that was like the big time thing to get to Eula Point Beach. They had a pool, they had the beach.
Wow.
But it was on a bay. So, but if you're talking about beach, of course, you got Fire Island, you got Jones Beach, we had Long Beach. Atlantic Beach. There were so many beaches out there. So, if you want to get the feel of the Atlantic Ocean, you would go to Fire Island, Jones Beach, Atlantic Beach, Long Beach. But if you wanted that neighborhood beach, you either go to Bay Park Beach or you go out to Eula Point Beach. But when it was on the bay, you got no waves. So
you'd
have to go to the other places.
Have some waves. So. All right. There you go, man. As summer's, everybody's starting talking about summer. Things are heating up, and we're almost there. We're in the last month of school. Reality is, that's the whole thing. It's April 24th. Most schools will be out by May 24th, and made it, brother. So you've been watching the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all presented by Coach's Corner and the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Remember, we got 5 shows now. Wednesday night, Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Then the Coach and AD do Wednesday Night Live. Saturday morning live with the Coach and AD. Then we got also the 19th hole, which hopefully I thought they were going to do all the major golf tournaments. They did the Masters, the Herb brothers. Yep.
Sean and Brent Herb did a great job. We enjoyed being on it.
Lot
we grilled them. They didn't grill us.
Yeah.
They grilled us in bowling. Well, you know what? They didn't grill us because we never played them.
No, we didn't. We might have to get just.
They took care of the other 2 teams.
They took care of them pretty well.
So we're going to hope they're back for the next golf major. Don't forget Caddyshack. They'll be out there.
Yep.
That's the fundraiser John Henson is bringing back April 30th at a Crosswind Golf Course. You want to be a whole sponsor, call John. I think they got 40 teams already signed up. Unbelievable. So then, of course, those are the 3 shows on the internet, YouTube, Facebook Live, Coaches Live, then 2 podcasts. Hot Grids podcast with Spencer Maddox and Travis John, and of course, Who's on First Base with the coach and the baseball fanatic Kyle Lawson.
A lot to talk about there.
So once again, thank you, Robbie Ross, the voice of Georgia Southern football, the voice of Richmond Hill football, the voice of Little League baseball, the voice of the Carolina Leagues. He came on, great job on his way home from the Coastal Carolina League. Then of course, Mia Vassar South Effingham High School
Backhands.
tennis player, our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, Athlete of the Week, and, of course, the big guy, Frank Sulkowski. I don't know how he does it.
He's amazing.
Gets home at 1 o'clock after he's doing all these broadcasts, and he's up at 10 o'clock in the morning. He's got 3 ladies at home, though. He's got to make happy, too.
Always, no doubt.
Anything else, sir?
No, man. That's
what
it.
do we have to do to be safe? I'll do this for you. Go ahead. I got mine, too.
I got mine somewhere in here in my pocket.
I didn't want to put it on to make Frank upset because it's my daughter's school.
We're almost there. Mask up. Sanitize. All right.
Social distance.
Give the vaccine, which you can get here as well, right?
Yes, you can. Vaccine and a COVID test right here at Coach's Corner. Tackle 9.
Yeah, Tackle Health.
Tackle Health. Come over here and check it out, okay? And once again, like we say every weekend, or I say every show, whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, hit it out of the park until next week. May it be your best week ever. God bless. Take care.
And we'll see you soon. All right. Gazillion TV's here. Mike Carter, 4:30.
Oh, Michael Carter did finish in second place in the first heat.
Yep.
He'll come back at 4:30 in the second heat. The Miata Race Cup does 2 heats. Okay, time to get out of here. He's got to go play some lacrosse.
See you soon.